Actually, I had a different plan for today. I was going to take you through the Hafen city, talk about the architecture and the long way to the Philharmonie. I worked in that area years ago, during the early stages of construction. But that's another story, because this morning I passed the beautiful cherry blossoms right here, and it just stopped me. I remembered something from last year about someone who met someone else. I hadn't really thought about it. It was like finding a book put back on a high shelf, but the wind blew it open to that one page today. So the story begins. It was one of those rare spring days in Hamburg. Emma had a short lunch break on a rough working day. She was stuck in the cabaret loop where your inbox is a fire you can't put out. She had exactly 20 minutes for lunch. Just 20 minutes to feel like a human being. Spring was calling. She hopped on her bike, grabbed a coffee from a shop a street away, the kind of coffee you drink more for the caffeine than the taste, and paddled toward the Kennedy Bridge. From the distance, she saw a glowing haze of cherry blossoms. She stopped at the corner of Schwanvik, a nice street at the Alster Lake, near the Atlantic Hotel. The light touched the water and she took a few photos before starting towards one of the most beautiful streets. It's called Schöne Aussicht. A little bit further, there's another street with the same name, but in French. Bellevue. Imagine beautiful and old houses with amazing facades. So, right there, for a moment, the path narrowed into a small avenue of trees, and she felt as if she were diving into a sea of petals. A gentle pink rain fell around her, and for the first time in weeks, she just smiled. She had always been a lover for these colors. Yes, same here. Let's pause for a second for the botanical note. The pale, almost white blossoms are usually the early Yoshino cherries, and those deep, vibrant pink double-layered petals are the Canson cherries, which reach their peak in late April or sometimes May. It depends on. It was a beautiful day, and the spots at the shore got crowded. She saw an older lady sitting on a bench, looking out at the small sailboats under the amazing blue sky. Emma was wondering if the seat next to her was taken. The lady invited her to share the bench. Emma enjoyed her coffee and a cheese sandwich from early in the morning. The breeze was catching the fallen leaves and petals, turning the edge of the water into the swirling landscape of rose and white. Along the path, it looked like a pink carpet. You can see that on the photo if you want to. Emma gazed into the distance. For a minute, she actually managed to forget the emails waiting for her and lost herself in memories. Even as a kid, she loved these trees. She went to the festivals almost every year, staying until the very last firework faded. Emma's favorite spot was actually in Altona, where the first trees were planted back in the 60s. Her grandparents once gave her a small drawing of them. The colors were so bright, no chance for any camera of that era to capture them. And they told her the history. In the 60s, the Japanese community gifted Hamburg about 5,000 cherry trees for their friendship. Today, those trees stretch like a pink ribbon through the city, from the Alster all the way to the Altona balcony and beyond. If you ever yell at me now, I will tell you the hidden spots. Last week I was out at dusk. It was late, almost dark, and I found this scene right here. Colonnaden, near the Four Seasons Hotel, by the way. Old houses in the background, a vintage street lamp in the front, and the blossoms. It was so nice. Okay, back to the story. Emma had always felt this deep connection to Japan, especially in the Japanese garden at Planten Bloom. Our beautiful park in the middle of the city, by the way. I will show you next time. So, Japan was far away. She always dreamed of going there one day. But you know how it is. The reality of daily life is loud. There's always a reason why right now isn't the right time. She was sitting there, thinking about her one-day list. One day she would travel to Kyoto. One day. But now she was currently eating a sandwich on the 20-minute timer. And suddenly, her phone buzzes. The office is calling. It's a colleague stressed out asking about a file. He stops mid-sentence. Where are you? I can hear the wind. Is that birds? I'm outside, catching some pink spring vibes. What? Are you applying to be the cherry blossom princess? He joked. Emma rolled her eyes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you need a degree in something official for that. Pure passion doesn't get you a crown. She hung up, and the old lady next to her was quiet for a long bit. Then she whispered, So, are you the next princess? No. I'm just a woman on a lunch break. I love the trees, but I'm no princess or queen. The lady turned to her. Tell me what you see. Emma thought about it. I love the Sakura because of the philosophy behind it. In Japan, it's about mono no aware, the pathos of things. The idea that because beauty is fleeting, it's more valuable. The cherry blossom doesn't try to last forever. It shows up, it's beautiful, and then it lets go. It's a lesson on how to live. The lady nodded slowly. That's a very wise answer. What does it mean for you, right here, today? Emma looked across the water. It reminds me that life is shorter than my to-do list. We act like we have forever. And these blossoms will be gone by Saturday or Sunday. It reminds me to be grateful for the 20 minutes I have right now. Well, the lady said softly, that's exactly what a princess is supposed to understand. Or a queen, as they call the title now. In my early days, it was always the princess. She told Emma a detail that most people forget. Hamburg was the only city in Europe with that title by the Japan Cherry Blossom Association. Only Washington, D.C. and Hamburg had that honor. The winner wasn't just a girl in a dress. She was an official ambassador. She got to fly to Tokyo and met the Prime Minister. Emma looked at her, surprised. Wait, were you? I mean, were you a princess? Me? No, the lady said, waving a hand. I was the quiet one. My neighbor, Carrie, she was one of them, the first one. Emma leaned in. No way. When was that? The lady's voice changed, a bit heavy. It was in 1968. There were 10 girls, 10 or 15, whatever. After the first meet and greet, Carrie came home totally defeated. She saw the blonde girl. Her name was Ursula, and they called her Blonde Uschi. She walked in with perfectly styled hair and this expensive dress her father probably bought her. Karen thought, okay, and that's it. She convinced herself she didn't stand a chance against that kind of glamour. And she deserved it so much. She wanted to combine her love for the blossoms with a trip to Japan. In the end, the blonde girl won, of course. Congratulations, Blonde Uschi. And look, she was very kind and very nice too, but for Carrie, it was different. In 1968, without the internet or cheap flights, that crown was the only way a girl like her was going to see the world. It was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, you know? Emma realized it wasn't just a competition. I get that, Emma said quietly. So, are you still neighbors and friends? Still talking about that? The lady looked at the water. No. Life happened. People move. They lose touch. It's like the petals, my dear. They are here until the wind takes them away. Emma's phone buzzed again. A third time, she had to go. She jumped up. Before she ran to her bike, she noticed a single rare canson blossom on the grass. Vibrant pink, perfectly intact. She picked it up. Thank you, Emma said warmly. The lady reached out and touched Emma's hand. No, thank you for listening. Maybe I will see you here next year. We never know. Yes. Emma got on her bike. She started to pedal fast. Oh, and she was so fast. After a few seconds, she stopped. She looked at the trees and the water. She thought about Carrie. The office will be there until 6 p.m. and all year, she thought. But these blossoms, they would be gone by next week. She doesn't rush. She pedals back slowly, taking the long way, making sure she stays in that moment just a little bit longer. And when I come to this place, I do exactly the same. Here, Emma here. I close my eyes and I'm grateful for this moment. I know what it means to let go. If you're ready or not. Sometimes it's like falling leaves, and there's nothing we can do. Just let go. Then It just takes time. Have a good night or have a good day wherever you are. And thank you for being here. See you next time.